Hello everybody, it is me, Hype here, and welcome back to FormulaPlayStation. We are here for round number 8. 7? I don't even know what round it is. Round number whatever, we're here at Bahrain. Probably got the round number wrong, but oh well. Still waiting for the stream to come up on my YouTube because, yeah. It's still not come up yet. Not fun. I'll just type in FormulaPlayStation again. FormulaPlayStation. Boom. We're live. Let me go share this into the chat so all of the boys can see that we're live. For once before 8 o'clock. I actually turned up 15 minutes early and we took 10 minutes just to get into the blooming YouTube account. So, links in chat for the boys. I'm in chat with the boys. Still Crusher, I have no idea where he is. Not gonna lie, I have no fucking idea. Oh, there he is. Found him. He's here. He's down here. New driver as well joining us today, Ghost Rider. So, welcome Ghost Rider. Don't know if anyone else is new. I think that's it. Yeah. I think. Not much I can really say. I might as well just go into the standings very, very quickly and tell you what's going on in there. Oh, shoot. My porn's still loaded. I mean, Trent's gonna hear that and think, I'm ready to fire you now. It's fine, I didn't get paid. I'm happy to get fired. No, I'm not really. I like commentating for FormulaPlayStation. I also like to race for it. I also like to actually race, maybe. And looking at the assists, maybe not. Like, just look at them. Hit assist, hit release assist. I don't do that, mate. Sorry. Just can't do the release assist. Everything else is all good, though. Anyway, standings. Sure. Let's have a look at any... let's have a look at the results to see if anything happened from the last Grand Prix that we need to note on. Round 6 Belgium. Dark Knight got banned of the league from round 6. And I've just realised I put round 8. It's round 7, isn't it? Fuck. Oh no, I did put round 7. Woohoo! Woohoo! So, yeah, Dark Knight got, yeah, kicked in the league. And Crazy Trooper got Driver of the Day. So I think I remember that. I don't really remember that too well, but yeah. You got Driver of the Day, so yeah. Anyway, who got Driver of the Day the week before? Brown. Oh, cool. Peak times. So yeah, anyway, let's go to the standings and I'll let you know what's going on there. I see what's happening here. Piper's actually made it on time. This is strange. I don't even know how I feel. It's adorable. And Reese is in the lead. He has 121 points, followed by Trench 114. Then Brown in third with 81. Lightning Hogan fourth with 60. Crazy Trooper in fifth with 56. Then Buttons back in sixth. 44 points is what he's got. Rob with 28 in seventh place. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. 8th to Jigsaw Moto with 24. 9th Sankey Dead with 22. 10th Mayman with 20. 11th Luke Vetter with 14. 12th Golub with 11. 13th King Kodge with 9. 14th, no, due to X unfortunately isn't here anymore. So 14th is Hotshot with 4. 15th TTV Gaming with 2. And 16th Steel Crusher with 1. With Padders, T Funky, and New Boy Ghost Rider, all with 0 points so far. On to the constructors. Williams are on top of 177 because they have the best team. Ferrari second with 118. Red Bull third with 115. Mercedes fourth with 60. Toro Rosso fifth with 33. Renault sixth with 28. Alpha seventh with 24. Haas 8th with 23, McLaren 9th with 20, and Racing Point 10th with 3. Who the hell's in Racing Point? Stall Crusher, come on, I expect better from you. Oh, Jupiter X is still here actually. Last I heard he was out of the league, so my apologies Jupiter X, I completely forgot that you were actually still here. So yeah. I thought like you got yeeted out of here. Guess that's a big oof. But yeah, so Jupiter X still in the league, so ignore what, just add like one place to each person after I said, oh, you're not here anymore. Anyway, I think we're starting. It's 8 o'clock. We've got 18 drivers already and raring to take on the Bahrain circuit. I don't know what the circuit's called, so yeah. The Jigsaw Moto. Let's just hope this video doesn't get demonetized. Oof. See, that's why Trent. See, little bit of advice to Trench. Counter it. Because it happens to me as well. On my own YouTube channel and on my Rising Phoenix one. Or at least the Rising Phoenix one. So, I just counter it. They're like, you know what, it's a video game. So it's okay. And then they're just like, peak. Good times are coming. So yeah, that's all I do. And yeah, I'm constantly looking back and forth to my Rising Phoenix account to see if YouTube has demonetized us, and you know they haven't, so it's all good. Anyway, the Bahrain strat will be quite simple. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go on wets, because it won't be wet. Don't get a really stupid wet time. Don't do anything stupid. I say that, Luke Vessel's in the lobby still, so shots being fired. Oh, so is TTV actually. I think one day we should have a FPS demolition derby. The two winners would be TTV and Luke Vessel. If I could delete comments, I would be deleting that last comment right there. Because, no. It's not relevant, and you're just trying to play up on memes, so, no. And play up on someone's death, that's just really pathetic. But anyway, yeah. Lightning Poker, we're literally just waiting for you. Like, can one guy just hurry up? Man, we just want you to pick your tires. Do 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 do. I'm yawning because yeah, it's just tiring work, you know, waiting for one guy. I love how it's the American lagging up the lobbies. Like, come on. We might be here for a while. Everyone's getting triggered in chat. Great start. You know, whilst we wait, let's read out some of the game. So someone's in, leave! You know, thinking he's an admin and all that. Just like, leave! King. I respect. Oh, I respect that one. I might just type in there. Brexit means Brexit. In the copyright strike from the previous blocked just for a while. 1 minute gameplay, lol. Yeah, again, the 1 minute of gameplay that they block out for, just appeal it. Like, Rob, I do it constantly. Well, I used to do it constantly, at least. Like, I literally did it like 3 or 4 times. And then the official esports lot were like, you know, that's not copyright. None of these guys are in our esports thing, so yeah. So it was all good. Like literally, it's only because esports has recently been on. That's the only reason. Anyway, it's a rainy race, so big oof. Good luck, everyone. And I'm just gonna say this now. It's not a rainy race. I'm only saying that for the memes. Like, if any of you have actually thought to put on a wet setup because I said that, it's stupid. Also, first person to set a lap underneath 131 is going to get, like, I don't know, yeah. The first person to set a lap under 131, I don't know what you get. Yeah, you just get my love and support. Was that Brown or Button going out first? Button, I think. Oh, he's in behind wee Reese. So, Reese first one out. Which means Reese is the one I'm doing my lap with. Unless he decides to do, like, you know, the old thing that everyone does and just, you know, not set a lap. Most people out on softs, so, well, the 3 people are out. Reese just worn up his tyres, as you do. You know, just on the out lap. Everyone going on softs currently. Trench the only person even touching the mediums. Well, so far at least. Oh no, Trench goes back to softs. He's like, yeah, I'll go on the mediums. Then also just doesn't. The fun thing about Bahrain is, it's one of those tracks where you can kind of, you know, stay in the pits for a while. Like, if you go out on a fast lap at the start, it's going to be about a second or two different to the lap you can set right at the end because of track evolution. And you know, whilst yes, it means you only got one real shot at setting a lap, you know, your lap's going to be so much better and you're going to have more sets of tyres to use. So if you're very crash happy, it might be a better idea to just go out for that one little out lap. As Lightning Poker has rejoined the session and will be able to qualify if he's, you know, able to pick his car again. Anyway, we're on board with Reese. You know how we do things. I wish there was a way to, like, have the standings, like, as they are in modern F1. So, like, so if, like, someone crosses the line for their pole lap, they instantly come up first for their pole lap. Like, instead of, you know, having seen every driver. Like, have it more like real F1. But see, it kind of just looks like the whole of their screens are more or less just, you know, useless. Like, the whole left-hand side of the screen, at least on the stream that I've got, is pretty much, well, not even the whole of it, it's like 25% of it is just taken up by names and tyres and outlaps. I mean, I could get rid of the timings part, but then why would you really want to see that? So yeah. Anyway, we are still going with Reese. Doing quite well on his ERS, as we can see, just from the bottom there. Used most of it up, but that is the strat down here. You know, use up the ERS as much as you can. You know, you can really push for it on the straights, gain quite a bit of time. But the real aim is not to lose it all right here, where you're just about to cross the line. You know, Reese setting a pretty good 127. So, Reese, you've got my conditional support now. Button's back setting 129. We're going to go on and watch Luke Vessel, who's just probably cut the last corner. Oh, and he hasn't, but he says 127.9, which is actually putting him first place. What? Luke Vessel in first as TTV goes fourth. Stoke Russia goes fifth. The 2-Force India's near the back. Hot shot for 131.7. Then Sankey did 128.8. Anyone else set it up? Rob set it up as well. All the way 128.9. Jupiter X comes in 7th for 130.8 as well. So a lot of people on laps as I don't even know who to set the next lap. Yeah, it's King Codger 130. We'll go on with Digital Motor unless one of these guys is near on at the end of their lap. Oh yep. Ghosty Boy. It's in the end of his lap. This will be a 130.8 as well. Oh, it's invalid. You know, it doesn't matter then, it's invalid. So currently Brown 131.2. Not looking at hot today, Brown. But again, it's his first lap, so what can you expect? Like, you know, everyone's kind of rusty on their first lap. Wait till their second lap, then they'll come out here and fight. Mayor Man 130.4. I think that's everyone I didn't mention so far. Oh, Crazy Trooper 128.8. A very good lap time indeed. Jigsaw Moto coming up on... I don't even know who that is. Unfortunately, again, we've got no map. I'd love a track map in the bottom left-hand corner, just to see, like, oh, it's Stole Crusher in 11th. Stole Crusher going to be going into the pits. Jigsaw Moto not really able to use him as much as he'd want to, but it's still enough to put him in 7th place with a very good medium time. So, you know, you can't say no to that. As Rob's done into the pits, Sankey Dead's in. Crazy Trooper looks to be going into. Lightning Pokemon on the hards. That's a very interesting strat there. I won't lie. King Kodge tried to set a second lap here. Not sure if he improved on his time or not. No, he did not. He was 8 seconds slower, so I really don't understand why you'd stay out if you're 8 seconds slower. Like, you'd know that you're 8 seconds slower. Like, you could be coming around the final corner and doing a 129. I mean, it actually doesn't take 9 seconds down the final corner, but, like, you'd be quite far back. There's a Ghost Rider says a 142.0. I don't think that's his best time. I think he can improve a lot on that. As I did see, he was saving up ERS, so probably was for the best. We'll just stay on board with Trench. T-Funky and Lightning Poker still the only two not to set a lap here, as well as Trench. But Trench doing alright. It's currently looking like a good lap so far. Luke Vettel back out on an out lap. The Jigsaw Moto has retired in Sector 3 as he's crashed somewhere from this last corner. Oh, there he is. Crashed on the last corner as Trench is going to come through with a 128.5. Ooh. 6 tenths off Reese and just over 6 tenths off Luke Vettel. As Lightning Poker and T-Funky last 2 set laps. Lightning Poker 147. T-Funky, his teammate, will be probably coming through for a 130 here. Do you know? Yes, it will be. So nice, 129.9. So just behind the Jigsaw Motor by 3 tenths and 2 tenths in front of TTV. So now that everyone's set a lap, it looks like everyone's already gone out on the softs apart from the Jigsaw Moto, who will be starting on the mediums unless the guys behind him beat him. As for the gap to the leader, currently looking between most people at most a 3.8 second gap, but the front three all very, very close. If I look at the rest, Ghost Rider and Lightning Poker, they can definitely improve on their times. You know, I believe in them. I believe Hotshot Brown as well can do that too. But anyway, we'll go to Trench, just see if he's... No, he's not setting another lap. Reese will be, and Luke Vessel's already on one. So let me just compare his first sector time here. Currently his first sector is just slower than his last one. Hopefully this time he'll be able to improve on it once again. The track should be slightly more adept now. It should be better and should be easier for him to race. According to Jigsaw Moto, his mediums are ruined anyway, as Lightning Poker is just a 129.8 faster than his teammates on the softs. As Luke Vettel now seems to have a wild Mayo Man on the racing line. Ooh, that's cost him a bit. That's cost Luke Vettel quite a bit. Mayo Man not able to get off the racing line and help Luke Vettel here. This could mean that he's not gaining anything from this lap. He's done it with as little fuel as possible. And it will be a 127.7. It's pole again. And it's keeping him in first place. Yeah, I could tell you hit something on the curb in the last corner. Do not worry. I'm sure you'll be able to improve to Jigsaw. As anyway, we're just watching with Reese. As here he comes. It's a 127.7, and that's beaten Luke Vessel to pole. Now you have to think, if Mayoman wasn't there, Luke Vessel could still be pole right now. And speaking of Mayoman, here's his teammate, just holding up the Williams, Reese's teammate, but luckily letting him through. It's a very good exit from that corner. So we'll have to check his time here. Start on hards and go long. TCV. No. Brown sets a 131.2 on his lap. Ghost Rider still on our lap. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Sector 1 now, actually. Don't know what it is, but we are watching along with Crazy Trooper. I actually believe this will be a much improved lap. Jupiter X with 128.3. A very, very good time from the Ferrari driver. As Crazy Trooper comes in with 128.1, putting himself in third position. Sankey dead on the mediums. Jupiter X, I think, has lagged out here. Mayoman finishing his lap with a 130.9. Not faster than his previous time. Still Crusher, though. Is this the start? Finish? No, it's just coming down to the last bit of the lap. It doesn't look like he's going to beat his time, so I do believe that he's out. He's not going to do much. Crazy Trooper finishing his. Brown finally improves his time for 128.6. A very good time from him. Buttons back on the mediums here. His best time was on the mediums as well, so this is his best time. This is his best run, best lap. And he actually beats his soft time for once with his mediums. His Sector 3 was slightly slower, but Sector 2 and Sector 1 were a lot... Well, Sector 2 was definitely a lot better. Now, if he can keep that pace up, he will be a really strong runner for the mediums today. Let's see Funky starting his lap. Trench has also just started his own, as well as we can see the Mercedes of T-Funky behind him. We can also see Mayoman and Ghost Rider both on laps 2. Ghost Rider actually behind Crazy Trooper. Was gaining a little bit of slipstream there. And we can tell Ghost Rider is about to improve his time by quite a margin. So yellow in Sector 3 obviously for the Williams. Ghost Rider comes through for 131.0. Still in 18th, but a lot closer to the rest of the pack. As Mayoman... who's the other guy on the lap? I have no idea who it was. Oh, I feel bad now. Oh, Trench is actually broken off of his lap here, so I do believe he's going to wait a little while. He might have gotten validated. But T-Funky has wing damage here. Not sure that's very helpful. King Kodge also waiting around for people. He's obviously not on a lap right now. So who it would be classes on a lap then? T-Funky probably not going to be able to set this as a fast lap. King Kodge definitely not. Ghost Recon Ghost Rider trying to find the track. So yeah, Trench goes into the pits again. T-Funky probably staying out. I don't know if he's going back into the pits, obviously due to the wing damage. Lightning Poker though on a soft lap, with his hard lap being a 129.8. His soft lap here must be something amazing, surely. Definitely within the 128s, possibly even hitting the 127s. Oh, as he locks up there. Not the best of starts, but a lock up isn't a bad thing if you're able just to sort it out. Ooh, ooh, just keeping it there, Lightning Poker. As Luke Vessel only just realised the actual difference between him and Reese. You know, by the time it took you to make that comment, you probably could have beat that lap time. Because most people are in the pits, so like, now's a good time to get out. Wink wink Luke. And like, if you go out now, you can also set another lap. Or you can set 2 laps. So your tyres will be worth it. Oh well. Anyways, oh no, Lightning Poker does not go for another lap. He would have. Actually, I don't think he would have improved this time. TCV on a lap low, so is King Kodge. I think King Kodge is further behind than TCV. TCV on the mediums. His fastest lap was on the softs. See, to get into the top 10 with these tyres, he has to be, you know, doing a 129.6 at minimum. But he's actually just backed out here through the last corner. I don't really get the point of that. TCV going back into the pits, clearly not liking his time. King Kodge also the same, being the yellow flag in sector 3 here. Steel Crusher as well on our lap. His best time being a 130.8. Oh, he's gone wide. He's got a Williams behind him. Is that Reese? I do wonder. No, it's not Reese. It's his teammate Crazy Trooper, who's also on our lap. And if I was Crazy Trooper, I'll be backing off right now. Just trying to letting him go. Seeking out the better opportunities. But we'll keep with Steel Crushers. Oh, he's gone very, very wide. And to me, that looks like Steel Crusher has decided not to continue his lap. Anyway, Mega Man also on a lap. Hot Shot, I believe, actually is on a lap, but it says he's on an out lap. We'll go watch on with Reese currently, hitting almost top speeds of 399 kpm, obviously kilometers per hour for those of you who don't like using that system, me included. You know, definitely Sector 1 is this important sector. If you screw Sector 1 up, it's, you know, it's got to be a big improvement in Sector 2 and Sector 3. You know, Sector 3, kind of the zone where it's just like, if you don't have the speed, you're not going to win. Sector 2 and Sector 1, more technical than the others, as Reese has just set his fastest first sector by 2 tenths. This is looking like a very good lap from Reese. Gets to the inside of the curb. Not much wheel spin. He's actually not using any ERS here. Don't know if does that mean he's invalid? No, he hasn't. He's just not using any for that straight. I don't know if this is a strat or if it's just him preparing for his next lap, but I don't think. Actually, no, he will have time to set another lap. Even though that's his best first sector, he decided to bolt out the second sector very, very quickly there. Meanwhile, this is Luke Vessel's only lap to do this. Reese, you know, can start his lap off proper here. He'll be one of the last people to cross the line. Probably the last person, actually, looking at the timings there. His teammate not able to finish his lap, as he will come in 4th. Jupiter X 5th. Sankey Dead having a fun time. So, and Brown also finishing in 4th position with 128.3. Luke Vessel will be the last man. Sankey Dead is retired. Luke Vessel will be, in my opinion, apart from Trench, he's the only man to challenge races. Ghost Rider hit Sankey Dead. Trench is out, which means Luke Vettel has to do it this lap. It's a 127.6. It's pole. It's pole for Luke Vettel. Reese has to gain 1/10 though. That's it. Just 1/10. Rob has come in 8th place. T-Funky's secured 10th. Buttons back trying to get 9th. Lightning Poker also fighting for that top 10 spot. As obviously Sankey Dead's car. King Kodge going into the pits. Hot Shot coming through with not very competitive time, so yeah, we'll stop looking there. Lightning Poker should be the next one through. This time is looking good on the mediums. It's going to be a 129.5, putting him 11th behind his teammate. Rob finishes his lap too, and Reese gets pole by a 10th. Just a 10th. Ooh, and Reese is on pole. Jupiter X's third sector is 1.5 seconds quicker. Damn. My man's cutting corners. Jokes. Jokes. Anyway, Reese on pole with 127.5. Luke Vessel second. Buttons third. Crazy Trooper fourth. Brown fifth. Juta X 6th. Trench 7th. Sankey Dead 8th. Rob 9th. Chief Funky 10th. Lightning Poker 11th. Could have been higher if he'd chosen the better tyre. Same as the Jigsaw Moto if he hadn't got out. 13th Mayor Man, CTV 14th, King Cod 15th, Hot Shot 16th, Skull Crusher 17th, and Ghost Rider down 18th. Now give me like 3 seconds whilst I go fill my bottle up with water. Ignore me, I had a bottle full of water anyway in my bag. Like, you do not know how many times I've refilled this one bottle. Like, 5 times in the last 2 days. It's peak. But yeah. Ooh. 18 drivers starting tonight. I don't think we'll finish with 18. Definitely think we'll lose 2 within the first lap, but I'm not going to say who I think those are. I keep getting past the invites, but from this one Australian kid, it's not fun. But oh well. I don't think you can see I'm streaming. But anyway, formation lap. Let's see what tyres the back lots are on. Whilst I just have that enabled. So currently, from 11th down to 17th, all on mediums. 18th though, Ghost Rider on the soft, being the only man to change his mind on that. So I think the medium runners, whoever out of them can really get away, will be the one who I think finishes highest. So whether he did Jigsaw Moto or Lightning Poker, or even Mayo Man at this point, whichever of those starts higher, finishes high, sorry, doesn't finish higher, it finishes the first lap, maybe even second lap higher, in my opinion, will be the one who, you know, definitely does some smart things, and they'll be up there fighting. I do see that the 3 in front of them, while setting particularly good times, can be beaten. And, you know, I know T-Funky starts, so, yeah. Also know Rob starts and Sankey Dead starts, so all I'm going to say is that anything can happen. I mean, currently, at least in my expert opinion, that's not really very expert, it's more just an opinion, I think Lightning Poker and Jigsaw Moto have the best chance of getting out that pack. I think if anyone's going to avoid any incidents today, it will be Hot Shot. I think he'll be very cautious into the first corner. However, do expect a very good first. I say very good, I mean, do expect a first corner dive from. Actually, who's on the inside again? Is it. Who's actually on the inside? Is it Reese or is it Luke Vettel? I believe it is Luke Vettel who's got the inside lines. Yeah, do expect a dive or so from Crazy Trooper, Jupiter X, maybe Sankey Dead. So yeah, do expect one from Sankey Dead. That's kind of like the expected one. Like, of all the people to really make a dive, he's the man you've got to watch out for. So we're just getting some beautiful side views from the car here. So yellow flag in Sector 3. There's also 5 red lights in Sector 3. As away we go for FPS. Ghost Recon with a drive through as he jumps to start. And we don't really need the intervals, but we can see all these guys going at it. There's a... How many wide is that? That's like 6 wide there. There's a dive bomb from Crazy Trooper. I told you to expect one. Reese has been down many positions. And Luke Vessel's up into first. Crazy Trooper now overtaking him into first himself. Down in third is Buttons back. Reese in fourth. There's a yellow flag, obviously in Sector 1, because where else would it be? It's Sankey Dead, who has ended up dropping down to last. There was 3 wide. Ooh, Trench getting the double team by the Jigsaw Moto and Brown. And Trench getting back past him. Oh no, it's the Jigsaw Moto getting past Trench. My apologies. So I'm used to Trench being in the Ferrari and Jigsaw Moto being in the Sauber. However, I'm used to it being the other way around. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Stallcrusher hot shot. Oh, Stallcrusher's into the wall. Stanky Dead and TTV has just had a collision as well. TTV now in last. Crazy Trooper being pressured by Luke Vessel. Luke Vessel going around the outside. Jupiter exit a time penalty already. I don't know how that's happened. Crazy Troopers ended up having to cut the corner, moving out of the way for his teammate Reese as well as Rob is... What the fuck? Rob is in third. How the fuck has that happened? How the actual fuck is Rob in third? That is the yellow flag again. Is it Sankey dead again? Yes, it is. Like, excuse me, but how the fuck was Rob in third for like most of that lap? As Brown seems to be lagging a little bit on my screen. Luke Vessel the fastest lap, obviously. But as you can see them going too wide into the first corner. We're not going to get a very good angle from it because the camera angles in this game are shite. And there's some wing damage as well. I believe that was from Lightning Poker there. I'm not too sure though. I know it wasn't from Lightning Poker. He still got a full front wing. It was from someone. It may have been from Trench, as Trench has been overtaken by Brown. Jigsaw Moto also very, very close to them. So it's going to be a very tough battle here for many of these positions for quite a while. I do expect Trench to be closing on the back of Brown very, very soon. Well, he's already there, but I expect him to be right on Brown quickly. So Sankey Dead decided not to pit even though after crashing a few times. I do think we need to get this into the way. There, now we can just... do we even need the tyres? We don't even need the tyres, do we? No, we don't need the tyres. We don't even need that. Or that. All we need is to watch the cars, because that's how we do things here. Actually, no, I kind of do need the side bit, though. We'll just disable that, though. Actually, maybe we do need the timings, too. Ah, fuck. We'll have the intervals, you don't give a shit about the tyres. There, that's all we need. Luke Vessel sets the fastest lap. I'm surprised it wasn't beaten by Reese there. DRS now enabled. There's a pit stop for Buttons back, who I do believe lost his wing there. Ghost Recon also joining him. As we can see, the Jigsaw Moto very close to Trench. DRS is activated. Can we see that? We can see those front wing flaps go up. Trench using that DRS on Brown. The Jigsaw Moto using it on Trench. It's not going to be enough though. Brown must have had it on Rob. Dear Lord, even Rob is in on this battle. So it's a battle for first and a battle for fourth. And also a battle for blimmin' everywhere else. As Mega Man is also on King Kodge here. Very, very close between the two of them. But Mega Man did back out of that incident. Ghost Recon overtook Buttons back, who I don't even know what happened to him. Stallcrusher's almost a lap behind, unfortunately. Reese out of the range of Luke Vessel, though. Also, Trench making the move up the inside of Brown. The number 21. Who's not actually 21 yet. Brown keeping it around the outside. Trench doing very well not to spin the car there. It's a good side-by-side battle between the two of them. We can also see from the Jigsaw Moto that those two are very, very close behind each other. It's going to be a tough one. But currently Trench is keeping his car there and really keeping it alive. We'll see all of them activate DRS here. The Jigsaw Moto obviously losing away because he's getting his DRS later. But as we can see, Trench has made the move on Brown. It's a dive and it's worked. It has worked. Trench has got that position. Brown now down. Can the Jigsaw Moto capitalise? Or will Trench be the one to capitalise? Using Rob. We watch on it here. But no, they stay in their little line there. I think Jigsaw Moto is the best place to watch this from. As you can see, all three cars in front of him just packed up like his formation lap. As Rob and Brown have been hit. I think Trench might have hit Rob. And then Brown just got caught up in it too. Or it was the fact that both Brown and Rob spun. But either way, they spun. As Reese really using the DRS now to gain onto Luke Vessel. Do both of them on the same tyres, on the same strat. Trench now behind Jigsaw Moto though, who's been able to use the DRS to his advantage. Jigsaw Moto, the man currently on the mediums, doing very well. Lightning Poker up into 6th too. And Sankey Dead went to the mediums. The worst start after these 4 laps has been Button's back. He's been down 12 positions. The best start to Jigsaw Moto, up 8. Very good start from him. As here goes Reese. He's on Luke. Luke Vessel defends to the inside. Reese to the out. And I think Luke Vessel may have that battle won. But as we can see, oh no, Reese has kept it. Reese has kept it and won the position back fairly. He's got DRS too. Luke Vessel going to look for the dive. Decides not to. As Brown is into the pits. Due to X for a 3-second time penalty. And we can just see that Luke Vessel is really on edge here. He's going to want that position back. He's going to need it back. Oh, as he's close and he goes into Reese there. Stall Crusher getting a penalty. And we can just see that most battles have died out, are dying out. Most people gaining over a second away, but Luke Vessel still keeping on the back of Reese. Obviously, Luke did say that he wants to win this race. And looking at how he's doing now, he looks like he could. But again, Reese is a very tough opponent who, you know, so far in FPS is kind of unchallenged, I will say. Luke's gone into the pits here. I mean, I wouldn't say 5 laps is enough to take your softs, but he's apparently going in for a pit stop. Mayo Man also, ooh, very, very close with King Kodge. Luke Vessel into the pits. Back out of them again. He's going to back out behind King Kodge and Mayo Man. As we can see, Mayo Man using the DRS very, very well. And he's made the lunge. Ooh, and he's made it work too. But King Kodge not giving him the space that he needs. Mayo Man being spun. And that is going to mean that Hotshot may have a chance to catch up with TTV. As here goes TTV. Ooh, bumping into Hotshot there. Honestly, no respect for that in racing, but TTV really did just push into him there. And you can call that shoulder barging for space, but really it was nothing as T-Funky. I'm not sure what happened there, but he's ended up into the barrier. And is now out of this race completely, which means there's only one Mercedes left. I mean, I don't know what's happened, but T-Funky's out. And all I saw was that Luke Vessel overtook him. So I'm kind of confused on what's happened. As Reese has gone into the pits. Crazy Trooper will take first place. Trench goes in as well. Jigsaw Moto staying out. It's all up to Luke Vessel if he can go and make his way past Reese. We can see Reese's pit here. He's out. Luke Vessel's only at the start of this pit straight. Reese is at the end. King Kodge here. Luke Vessel at the back. We can see Luke Vessel is going to make it. He's going... Oh, he's going 3 wide. His teammate really helping him there. As he's keeping the position with Reese. He's keeping it. Both of them really trying their hardest to keep this position. You know, Luke Vessel's tyres, brand spanking new. And he's just got that position off Reese. He is now up into 4th, Reese down to 5th. And you know, with King Kodge also being very close behind. Well, it was very close behind at one point. This may mean that Reese will have to use up some ERS here to keep in front of Luke. Luke Vessel with no ERS to use. Reese with a hell of a lot. As Reese has gained a little. He's now within 2/10 of the Haas. But Reese taking a wider line, I'd say, to just gain a little bit more pace and traction there. As you can see, this would be a perfect straight for DRS, but Luke Vessel defends to the inside. Tries to halt Reese off, but Reese actually got a much better exit. He's getting in the slipstream. He's going to go past him as Luke Vessel overtaken by Reese. Reese now up into 3rd place. Kincodge, ooh, just cutting Crazy Trooper off there. And as we can see, Luke Vessel may have DRS, but Reese currently looking faster out of the two of them. From at least my opinion, Luke Vessel may be using a time trial setup right now. As Rob has overtaken Hotshot and Brown has overtaken Ghost Rider. I'm going to keep calling Ghost Recon because that just like seems like a good nickname. Man, it's Call of Duty Ghost Recon. As anyway, we'll keep on with Luke Vessel as Button's back overtakes TTV, and TTV back with Button. Oh my gosh, what are these two doing? They're side by side, and even Trench is involved in this. TTV trying to keep it on the inside. Morris cutting that corner, I'm pretty sure. Pushing Button out, it's 3 wide. It is 3 wide. He's not given Button any room whatsoever. He has pushed Button off the track completely. TTV riding dirty, as many would put it. So, as here we go with Rob. Was closing on TTV. He's still there. He can still make a move. Luke Vessel 4 attempts behind Reese. Rob getting the DRS. So you can see TTV kind of lagging around a bit. Rob's attacking down the inside. Here we go. It's a good move, but it's overhit. As Rob has to come back on the track and face the consequences of what he's lost there. So yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure who is. It's Luke Vessel who's out. Luke Vessel is out. As I'm watching Hotshot here on the back of Ghost Recon. Oh, as he's spun it like Vessel. He has spun it like Vessel. Luke Vessel out though. And the actual Sebastian Vettel is in an Alfa Romeo. As TTV again cutting off Rob's line completely. Yeah, completely shoving him off when they are both side by side. And here he's doing it again. He's doing it again to Rob. Honestly, I want to report this right now. Anyone on the stream who may be out, just like record this. Stole Crusher also has retired. And Rob does it back. Fair play to you, Rob. I don't tolerate dirty driving. As Crazy Trooper goes into the pits once again for wing damage this time. So I believe he might have actually been part of the incident with Luke Vessel. And that intrigues me a lot, but I don't tolerate dirty driving. However, him getting his own back there, I really think was fair. You know, I have to say, Rob getting his own back was the fairest thing he could have done. Anyone who disagrees, just put in chat if you disagree, but TTV's did that to Button's back, almost did it to Trench. He did it to Rob. So honestly, to me, it's really, really good karma. Karma's a bitch. So don't play around with people like that, and don't be dirty. It's fucking... Oh, Reese has spun it. And somehow kept it alive now. As King Kodge will be closing up to him. Hey, TCV, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, shut the fuck up. Your opinion does not matter. Lightning Poker within 5 tenths of the Jigsaw Moto. Currently gaining on DRS. Reese going into the pits, obviously, because he has to. Like, surely he's going on to the hards. I mean, for me at least, it would be hards. Yep, Reese has chosen the hards. He'll be out behind TCV. And actually, he might even be out behind his teammate Crazy Trooper, who chose to go on the softs. Actually, he won't. Oh, no, he will. He will. Ooh. So Crazy Trooper followed by Reese. With Hotshot just behind, with Jupiter X also fighting. Jupiter X going down the inside. It's very overhit, and Hotshot keeps the position. As we'll look back to Jigsaw Moto and Lightning Poker. Currently on lap 11. TCV gaining a 3-second time penalty. With... Honestly, I don't think Jigsaw Moto and Lightning Poker will be going to the pits just yet. You know, you can't take the softs too long, so it's probably a mediums to hards job. But these drivers are good at tire saving. I know Jigsaw Moto very well. He's very good at doing that. So possibly going to like the hards at some point. Oh, Lightning Poker. That one I actually can't tell whose tool that was. That kind of looked like Lightning Poker steered into the Jigsaw Moto. But it could be argued on both levels, as he has just lost a hell of a lot of time and gained a corner cutting penalty, which I don't find fair. So, you know, take that the fuck off him. Just saying, French. My notes in there. But anyway, here's Trench on King Kodge. Trench going for the inside lunge. It's worked, and Trench is back into 3rd position as he's actually gone 5 laps on the mediums. Hot shot into the pits along with Jupiter X. Mayor Man also close to Brown here. Mayor Man's doing 11 laps on his mediums. You know, gone from the start. Brown 7 laps on his, so pitting quite early. Brown's also closing in on Rob, who's on the softs, and he's been on the 5 laps now. But as you can see, one of the ex-leaders, Crazy Trooper, just going deep. I think he'll get back on it though. With the DRS still, he's only 6 tenths behind. He should be able to make a move very, very soon. Maybe on the start, finish straight. But here we go. Crazy Trooper, 2 tenths behind. Slightly getting on the curb there. He's got TTV, as TTV slots in behind this time. It's the first time he's actually slotted behind for a good move, rather than fighting it. As Lightning Poker into the pits for hards. Obviously, he kind of has to, as he'll be out just in front of Mayor Man. And right behind Brown. Brown, who's obviously got DRS on Rob here. And, well, going on the gravel there. Rob probably should have lost that, but Brown kept it calm. Didn't go for a lunge and played that very, very sensibly. Have to respect that. So we'll keep on Brown here. Only 5 tenths behind. Hot shot with a 3-second penalty. Brown could get on Rob very, very quickly. And yeah, I do think he will. As here we go. Brown not able to do it here. He'll probably be able to do it on the next DRS straight. Or possibly on the next straight, actually. Considering how close these two are. And it's 4 attempts, but Jigsaw almost into the pits now. definitely going to the hards. There's no other choice there. Hards or nothing. As here we have it. Yep, hards for the Jigsaw Moto. Trench goes past him, so there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I don't think the move's going to be made here by Brown. So you want to spectate. We race here. Mega Man into the pits too. Reese just in on the inside. TTV again closing the door. Not giving any space whatsoever. This time not pushing Reese onto the grass though. And that one was close. And that one was more careful at least. But again, it wasn't really giving him any space at all. Like that one was legal, but barely. As he's made a dive up the inside. Ooh! And if he had kept through that, it would have caused an incident. But, you know, the attempt of that was very, very good. As Brown is so close to Rob now. I really don't think there's much between these two. And surely Brown has to get this move done. He goes up the inside. You can see them side by side. Brown taking it. Can he get this move done? Or yes, he has. He's beaten Rob for it. Rob slowed down through the fast S section. Just allowed lightning poker. Honestly, just the freedom to be able to get up to him. I think Button's back started on the softs, so he's going to go soft, medium, medium. Till the end, as there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm just wondering who or what that is. It's Ghost Recon. As Rob gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. I'm not sure if he had wing damage or if he got given wing damage, but after 8 laps on the... Actually, no, was it wing damage? No, it was quite quick, so just onto the hards to the end of the race. Crazy Trooper and Reese overtaking TTV into the pits too. Sankey dead into 9th position. King Kodge possibly up to 10th too. Mega Man on the back of him though. Really fighting for this top 10 spot. Ooh, Mega Man just going a bit too deep there, as well as King Kodge actually. Both of them going almost as deep as each other. Ha. Anal jokes. Ghost Recon. Close to Jupiter X. Not really close enough to make a move though. As most people are actually on the hards, I've realised. Anyone who's not is well, either kind of silly or just, yeah, not really choosing a good... Well, either kind of silly or they've chosen a different strat. So, you know, good on those people. I know Trench did try the soft to hard strat, and at least for now, it's working. For now. We are keeping up with this battle though here. Between Crazy Trooper and Button's Back. Button's Back does have to go in the pits. I will remind you that. You know, you can't take his 12 lap hold mediums, now 13 lap hold mediums, to the end. There is just no plausible way. Crazy Trooper also has to pit. Who's the other driver who needs to pit? It's Brown as well. So those three need to pit. Sankey dead? Probably. Trench? Probably. But everyone else seems to be fine. At least for me, in my opinion. So really it's just about if they can make the overtakes, if they can get there, if they have the speed. So if 3 people are going into the pits, always Button's Back seem to lose out there to Crazy Trooper. I didn't really notice that. My apologies. So yeah, 3 people are going into the pits. Really, Mega Man, TTV, Jupiter X have to try their best to step up and really push for those top 10 positions. Now, currently Mega Man in 11th, very, very close, 1 second behind the top 10. Maybe that 2 seconds almost. You know, and as well, Brown probably won't drop out the top 10 for a pit stop, but, you know, if he messes up, it could mean that he has to. TTV, on the other hand, 10 seconds behind Mayo Man. You know, he's still got a chance. If someone crashes, he could be very good, but Brown's into the pits now. Lightning Poker up into third. Brown, oh, I get screen freeze, so that's always fun. Brown onto the hards instantly. Crazy Trooper and Buttons back all in at the same time. I wasn't expecting Crazy Trooper to go on, was I? Oh yeah, we were. Okay, so all people who were expecting to go on the pits actually went in. Buttons back, obviously taking the longest. Sankey, you're dead. Will be out in front of nobody. Is Rob and Brown going very, very close with each other. Crazy Trooper gaining there in comparison to Buttons back, who actually lost out to Mayo Man too. So Mayo Man definitely gets in lucky there. He's now in the top 10. King Codge will have DRS on Crazy Trooper. That Crazy has gone to the mediums, taking them 12 laps. Whereas Brown went on to the hards, and Buttons back also went on to the mediums. So, very interesting stuff here. We'll go look at Buttons back here, who's 4 tenths behind Mayo Man. Obviously fighting for 10th position right now. Ooh, not too deep, Mayo Man getting a decent exit. Buttons back looking a little bit shaky. He's got his speed back. Oh, and as you can tell, the fresh mediums beating the slightly worn hards here, as Buttons back's able just to speed away. And that's him back into 10th position. Crazy Trooper overtook King Codge and is now 1.3 seconds behind Sankey Dead. Sankey Dead won't give a position up easily. I know that. He knows that. We all know that. But this is going to be a close battle. I expect these two to go all out at each other. So I know it won't last the next 11 laps, but at least the next 2, I'm expecting some really good battling here. As we can see, it's down to 6 tenths already, maybe even 1 lap. My apologies, it'll probably just be 1. There's the yellow flag in sector 2 as Hot Shot has retired. A Lightning Poker, a 3-second penalty. Hot Shot, the 4th man out today. Really wasn't expecting him to be the next one to go, but he was. Unfortunately, Hot Shot just hasn't had the best of days today. But Crazy Trooper is having a good day. Well, he might be, if he's able to overtake Sankey Dead. As we can see, there these two are. He's making the move up the inside. Tight as hell. Bit risky too. And Sankey Dead keeps the position. Buttons back past King Codge already. So it's really trying to close that gap into Crazy Trooper. Crazy Trooper stuck behind his brother though. Not something you want to hear. Just never. Hot Shot's left the session. But Crazy Trooper, 3 attempts behind. Surely this lap. It has to be here. Sankey Dead defends to the inside. And wow. That Williams speed. Ooh. Sankey Dead really going deep there. But then goes for a wider line just to give Crazy Trooper back to position. So, you know, fair enough. You know, I think Sankey Dead just went a little too deep, which kind of affected him there. But as you can tell, Crazy Trooper already prepared just to go on a rampage. And already, well, wait for it. Already a second in front of Sankey Dead. So, just saying, it's pretty peak. Now, obviously, in the Constructors' Championships, Ferrari are 7 points behind Williams. If things stay like this, and that's assuming they do, Williams will be earning a total of 18 points. Ferrari will be earning 25. And if Trench gets fastest lap, that'll be 26. So, If it stays like this, Ferrari will be in front. Trench being a one-man team right now. But anything can happen, things can change. Obviously, Reese kind of closing into lightning poker slightly. And Crazy Trooper is definitely catching up to Rob with 9 laps left to go. It's going to be a very close ride to the finish. We'll actually look at penalties here. So Trench with none. Jigsaw Moto also with none. Reese has none as well. Lightning Poker has 13 seconds, but I really personally think that 10 seconds should be taken off. So yeah. I think those 4 are the only likely ones to get the win today. Lightning Poker might. I think if Trench gets penalties, it will be down to Jigsaw Moto or Wee Reese. But looking at how Reese isn't gaining too much on Lightning Poker, in fact, he's been losing time the last few last lap or so. But then just gains it, yeah. I would have to say that I think the Jigsaw Moto may have the best chance. Trench, though, has got a big commanding lead. And, you know, you look at his tyres and you think 14 lap old medium hards. You know, what can they do? They can go to the end. You know, they'll go 8 more laps. They'll go to lap 22. Oh, it's Buttons back, really trying on Sankey dead there. So it's kind of just like, is he going to be able to do that? And keep that? As here Button goes on Sankey, you're dead. Looks like an easy move at first, and he's actually made it look very easy. Very quick as well. Faster than Crazy Trooper, surprisingly. And like, Crazy Trooper, to be fair, looks so much quicker than Button's back does. But yeah. Rob also keeping a good gap to Brown at this point in time. You know, surprising that they're both on the hards and doing around all the same times. You know, Rob may be losing a little bit here or there. As that, Reese has really put his engine into overdrive right now, gaining a whole second in the last lap or so, and then unfortunately losing it here to Lightning Poker. But it's kind of been back to, like, not losing it, sorry, gaining it on Lightning Poker. It's been really backwards and forwards as Brown has retired from the session. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I know. Oh. Where's Brown? Look at Button's back. Look to the inside. And there's Brown. There's Brown's car. It's been reset to track. It's right in the middle of nowhere. Unsuspecting racers won't be able to see that coming. They're going to have to watch out as Brown is out of the race. Ooh. And that has really affected Red Bull's chances of gaining this Constructors' Championship. Now, if Button's back in 7th, they're not going to be able to compete as highly as the Ferraris or the Williams. And I saw an F there. I have to say it's a very big F. As Sankey Dead's into the pits after 18 laps. Mega Man now into the running order. And a possible top 10 on the chance for him. TTV also overtaking Sankey Dead. Sankey Dead now has to catch up to him for the rest of this race. So currently a 2-second gap, make that a 3-second. He has to catch that in 7 laps. Lightning Poker with a 3-second time penalty again. Here's Crazy Trooper on Rob. Now again, if things stay like this, it will be 20 points earned for the Williams team and 25 earned for Ferrari. Williams looking like a very strong team right now. And you can tell the fact that Crazy Trooper really putting his all into catching Rob. Again, if he gains these positions, it's 2 extra points for his team. You know, it's just putting that out there. It's 2 extra points for him. Oh my gosh, Sankey, you're dead. Like, literally, it was the gap was 2.7 seconds. It's now down to 0.6, 0.3. The moves are made by Rob. Not by Rob, sorry, by Sankey Dead. No, not Sankey Dead, Crazy Trooper. We're going on board with Sankey Dead, though, to watch his battle with TTV. TTV, very quick to jump to the inside there. Barging into Sankey Dead once again. As we're just going to watch on board. TTV losing out on this one. Or moving out, at least, from what I saw. As he tries a weird dive bomb and then completely fails it. But Sankey Dead, very much so, yeah. Just overtaking him. Now into 10th position. As we're keeping on with Rob here, who's 8 tenths behind Crazy Trooper after being overtaken. Brown, unfortunately, leaving the session. Jigsaw Motor with quite a gap to Trench. Now, things stay as they are with Reese and Lightning Poker. I presume that Trench would give Lightning Poker back his 10 seconds that he lost. And I'd also presume that, you know, Jigsaw Motor might be penalised in some way. So I actually think that if things stay like this, it'll be a 1.6 second gap currently between Reese and Lightning Poker. But again, that's just how I would do it, at least. From watching the stream. As here's Robbo again. I just like watching Robbo. There's a yellow flag in sector 2/3. It's TTV who has spun. Jupiter X going to have to watch out to avoid the Wild Force India here. As honestly, I don't think that's a 3-second penalty, but okay. So Ghost Recon, 1 second behind him as well. As you can see, Trench in the background there, ready to come lap these guys. Oh no. TTV into the pits. Obviously lost his wing. Now lapped by Trench. As here's Rob. Still closing on Crazy Trooper. TTV onto the softs. Don't think they'll really help him get into the top 10 though. Yeah, a lot could still happen in the last 4 laps though. A lot of retirements still could occur. I'm not sure how many penalties Rob and Crazy Trooper have here. So we'll just check. Crazy Trooper with 3 seconds of time penalties. Rob with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. So currently Crazy Trooper is in front by almost 3 seconds. But Rob is gaining up slowly. And it's as if Crazy Trooper's either got wing damage or his mediums already seem to be melting, but a 3-second time penalty doesn't really help matters. Anyway, Sankey Dead for the fastest lap of the race. I mean, that's 10th place getting fastest lap. Excuse me, what? Trench pit in and just steal fastest lap of him? Go on, do it. Just do it. Don't let your memes be dreams. Pit in and steal it. Well, or don't now. There's like kind of no point. But just saying, you could have stolen it. I if I had a commanding lead and the guy behind me was on hards, and I knew he was slower than me even on my hards, you know, I'd kind of go and steal it. Like, yeah, Lightning Poke is there, but like, what's the worst? What's happen? You could get crashed out. That can happen by any back marker ever. There's another person in Sector 3 who's crashed. Oh no. I don't know who it was, but I think it was Rob. I honestly think it was Rob. And Rob is staying out though, and Button's back is closing in slowly. And considering Rob was very close to Crazy Trooper, I'm surprised Button's back is caught this quickly. Unless Rob does have wing damage, but looking at his front end, it doesn't look that way. As Button's back gets a penalty. Here we go. Button's back up the inside. It's a very nice camera angle here. It's a good little move as he is up into 6th position. Thank you, dead. 1.3 seconds behind Mega Man here. Mega Man. You know, he could go from having, you know, just the 2 points to having 3 now. I ever thought an F1 race would have 3 points in it? Who'd have thought? And it's like the weirdest point totals you can get. 3. Like, you can have 2 people getting 2. But that's just, to me, that's just weird. But oh well. I mean, Sankey, you're dead. Going for the smallest gap available and still making it work. That's what he does on the daily. On the daily. 4 lap old softs. He's going for King Kodge. 8 seconds away. 2 laps to do it in. 4 seconds a lap he has to catch. You don't think he can do it? Yeah, neither do I. But, you know, he's going to try. And does King Kodge have penalties? No. Does Sankey dead? Obviously. Okay, it's not happening. It's not happening. I do apologise. It's just not happening. Like, there's literally no chance. Like that was my positive influence right there. It's not happening at all. As I think the Jigsaw Moto may have lost a lot of pace, or Lightning Poker has just somehow become a god at F1, as they seem to be getting closer. And I don't know if it's just me or if it's like that 7 that, you know, was like 12 minutes ago. Oh, was Buttons back because binned it. Buttons back into the wall. Don't know how bad his car's down in front. It doesn't look too bad. I can still see his left end plate, and his right one looks to still be on too. So I think it was just a little thing. He'll be back into the race perfectly fine. Sanko's actually just gained 2 seconds in about a sector and a half. Respect to that. Also, Lightning Poker now 1.3 seconds behind the Jigsaw Moto. See, I think Lightning Poker does have a penalty though. I'm not too sure. Yes, he does. 6 seconds of them. The Jigsaw Moto with none, obviously. But obviously, from what I was showing you, not obviously. He's a clean ass driver. Everyone makes mistakes, man. Crazy triple over 3-second time penalty. Don't think it will matter too much after Rob's little incident. Reese not really been able to catch up here, and even to Trench, he's been quite slow today around Bahrain. Like, yes, he got the fastest lap in quali, but you know, he's not really been up to speed on these hards. And obviously, it's not, I'm not, you know, taking away his skill factor, but just hasn't looked the quickest today. Anyway, we're keeping on with Lightning Poker. Him and the Jigsaw Moto both fighting here. And, you know, they've been fighting since the start. Lightning Poker only up 8 positions, Jigsaw Moto up 10. Both of them had an incident earlier whilst fighting for the lead, I believe it was. Lightning Poker taking the Jigsaw Moto around the inside. The Jigsaw Moto just able to keep it alive. Lightning Poker up into 2nd, the Jigsaw Moto down to 3rd. But Trench is our current leader, and he's the man who we're currently looking at, as he is very close to winning Bahrain. As TTV's out, 12 drivers remain from the 18 that started. They crashed in Sector 1. Really, if you're so close to the end of the race, really just try and take the car home in one piece. All I'm going to say. But here goes Trench, the British man in an Italian car, winning at Bahrain. Trench comes home in 1st position. Watch from the Jigsaw Motors perspective. Jupiter exits 11th, not earning any points today for Ferrari. Ghost Rider coming 12th. The Jigsaw Motor taking 2nd. Lightning Poker will have 3rd. Reese will take 3rd, even without the 10-second penalty there. So well done Reese as he gets onto the podium, which is 15 points. Crazy Trooper will actually be taking 5th, which is 10 to 25 points. Ferrari not gaining anything on Williams today. Crazy Trooper, good race to get 5th. Robbo just slowly coming across the line for 6th position. Buttons back taking 7th. King Kodge in 8th. No penalties at all, so respect to that one. As you see how much he gained on Buttons back. Sankey dead in 9th. Mayo Man will come home in 10th. And you know what? Actually really torn on who to give my driver of the day to today. I really am. Trench kind of really did, play the best strat. Reese got unlucky. So did Lightning Poker. But honestly, my driver of the day, the man who went from 12th to 2nd, the Jigsaw Moto. Well done, my friend. You are today's driver of the day. And well done to everyone in today's race. Most of you raced superb, and to those who survived till the end, well done to you. Now thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.